The Grapevine. This is the Kosher whiskey review, spirit review. Well, we're getting eclectic today. Where did that thing go?
3-1.
John, where is it?
What's that?
Where is it?
Oh,
I lost it.
You mean this?
I don't know where it is. Oh wait, there it is. The lost blend. Okay. John Glaser from Compass Box. Welcome to the Grapevine. We're so happy you're here.
Very nice to be here.
Tell us what in the world this thing is we lost and found.
We lost a recipe for a single malt blend that we made years and years ago that we used to call Eleuthera, a name that was very difficult for people to pronounce, I should point out. We stopped making it after only producing it for about 3 years because we could no longer get the key ingredient required. Are you looking for the lost blend?
No, there's a couple glasses on the counter over there.
I'll find it. Listen to the story.
I'm listening to the story. I lost my train of thought.
We could no longer get the key whiskey we needed for Eleuthera. And so we stopped making it. We retired Eleuthera. But I've always been on the lookout for these malt whiskeys from the Glaser distillery of a certain age, between 15 and 20 years old, because that's what was the key ingredient. And last year we came across some, and enough to do a limited edition.
I'm looking right at it.
We created the old Eleuthera recipe, but we called it the Lost Blend because it was lost to us for a long time. But also no one could pronounce Eleuthera.
There's 3 glasses on the end of the counter by the register.
Right.
Okay.
Did I find them?
I lost my train of thought again. This is very confusing.
Yeah.
I lost my balance.
Je suis perdu, mon.
Oh, what? You're right. Very good. Okay. So as he's grabbing us some glasses, we have a tradition. You pour for me, I pour for you.
Very good.
So my experience with Compass Box up until this point has been unpredictability, eclecticness, and balance. That's not a pretty size. 3. That's a good cleaner. Trash can. Thank you. Okay. So, and what I mean by that is, many people are prejudiced of the word blend. So it's already going to be shocking to most that whiskey can be this good that isn't sometimes a single malt, which all that really means is that it's from one distillery.
Right.
It doesn't mean it's of a certain age. It doesn't mean if it's a certain barrel. It doesn't mean of a certain style. So it creates limitations. It's like a Cabernet from a single vineyard. It can be the greatest expression of everything, but most of the best wines in the world are blends. Whether it's from Bordeaux, whether in Israel, there's wines called Ram, which is like 6 or 8 different vineyards from all over the country, targeting certain profiles of flavors and qualities. So I believe that that's what you're working to express here, is to create the ultimate expression of a certain multiplicity, bringing together an idea using tools of the trade, whether it's wood, whether it's source whiskey, whether it's aging.
Yeah, I mean, each of the whiskeys that we produce, each of the whiskeys on this table are, at the end of the day, an idea. That's right.
And none of these whiskeys are going to burn your nose off, even though they're unchill filtered, which means they're not taking out the oils and esters, they're not caramel colored, they're not going to be lost inside. I saw your article. Literally, he took a dropper, actually in this video, a dropper inside of one of these whiskeys and made it really dark. We're not trying to get bourbon here. This is Skyline.
That's right.
Okay.
Natural color.
Describe this as we smell it, please.
So it's got the distinctive herbal, fruity character of aged malt whiskey from the Glaser distillery. It's extremely distinctive. I was just talking with someone a moment ago about Glaser. I love this whiskey so much. It should be a hobby for people who love whiskey to try to collect wonderful bottlings of Glaser. This being one, in my humble opinion. Now, it's not just Glaser, however. We've blended in some whiskey from the Kalila distillery, which makes peaty, smoky whiskey.
I call it an underpinning of peat.
It's exactly it. It's an underpinning of peat to that beautiful, mature character of malt whiskey from the Glaser distillery.
Yeah.
And one of the things, we've been tasting this the last several days here in the New York area, people say, even people who aren't really, well versed in whiskey, say, "Wow, the feeling it leaves on my tongue." And what they're really describing is the finish, the aftertaste. And this does have, even though it's not a bang you over the head whiskey in terms of flavor,
I'm gonna say
subtle elegance and has this extremely long, complex finish.
And it's a very airy whiskey. It's an aromatic whiskey.
Yeah.
There is a lot of
Makes me smile.
Yeah. Sensual? Kind of?
Yeah, sensual.
Oh yeah, sensuality would be great. Yeah, and I still think the word ethereal that was the original.
Yeah.
It has that. It's sort of like that one quality that you really can't put your finger on it. It's just right past the grasp of your vocabulary.
Please close your eyes when tasting whiskey and open your mouth. It's the reverse of what many of us are taught. Close your mouth and open your eyes. Close your eyes and open your mouth when smelling whiskey.
There you go.
Okay. L'chaim v'bracha.
L'chaim.
To a great week, to a great year, and to bring together elements that sometimes butt heads really hard because our world is struggling with that right now, and may they be cleansed to a pure, peaceful element as they arrive together.
Couldn't be better said.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. It's great. Nice spice on the finish. A beautiful, very smooth on the intake. And then the middle part of your palate is gorgeous spice. And what's neat is, it's so smooth on the backside though, you're like, how am I still getting this, what should be, what I think could be rough on the backside? So this is what you call an experience whiskey. Many wines are multi-tiered. This is Scotch and water again?
You know me, I am
To
the
me.
great defiler.
Okay,
Scotch.
fine.
We lost that. Okay, thank you. Just a touch. Here, you're listening to this. You need to have another sip, please.
Oh, that's water.
It is, yeah.
What are you doing here? Putting this in here. Okay,
No,
anyway.
I've already done that.
So, experiential whiskey. Whiskey that is multi-tiered, multifaceted, but not overbearing. Please understand when it says the lost blend, don't get lost like I was playing around behind us. Let your palate, like chewing food, which we all forget to do, experience the whiskey. Let it roll around the palate. He's blending these things to make sure that we have an experience, not a monotonous shot swallow. Any other advice to any other thoughts to go into this? 20 seconds?
As it says on the wall of our office in London, high up on the wall, above all, share and enjoy.
L'chaim. Live at the Grapevine, Robin Robinson, John Glaser, I'm Yehoshua Werth. This is the Kosher Spirit Review.